Welcome to Practical Learning. This is the summary of the play Salome by Oscar Wilde. The play takes place in ancient Judea during the rule of King Herod. The palace stands near the desert under a bright moonlit sky. Soldiers guard the terrace outside the banquet hall. The atmosphere is quiet but tense, and strange whispers move through the palace. People talk about a mysterious prophet who is locked in the prison beneath the palace. King Herod rules the land with power, but he is also nervous and superstitious. He often fears strange signs, dreams, and prophecies. He lives in luxury inside his palace with his wife, Herodias. Their marriage is controversial because Herodias was once married to Herod's brother. Because of this, many people in the land criticize them and whisper about their sins. In a dark, underground prison beneath the palace lives the prophet Jokanaan. Jokanaan is known for his powerful voice and fearless beliefs. He speaks loudly about justice, sin, and punishment. He openly criticizes the king and queen for their immoral marriage. Because of these accusations, Queen Herodias hates him deeply and wants him silenced forever. Outside on the palace terrace, soldiers stand guard under the bright moonlight. Among them is a young Syrian captain named Nerebath. Nerebath is loyal to the king, but he secretly admires Princess Salome. Whenever she appears, he cannot stop looking at her. To him, Salome is more beautiful than the moon shining above the palace. A young page who serves Herodias notices Nerebath staring at Salome. The page warns him that it is dangerous to watch the princess so closely. He feels that something terrible will happen if Nerebath continues. But Nerebath cannot control his feelings. His admiration only grows stronger every moment. Soon, Salome herself steps onto the palace terrace. She looks unhappy and restless after leaving the banquet inside. King Herod had been staring at her too much during the feast. This attention made her uncomfortable and uneasy. She comes outside to enjoy the quiet air of the night.
Nerebath immediately notices Salome standing in the moonlight. He watches her graceful movements and delicate beauty. Her pale face shines softly under the moon. Her posture is elegant and calm. Nerebath feels completely enchanted by her presence. While standing on the terrace, Salome hears a strange voice coming from below. The voice sounds loud, angry, and powerful. Curious, she asks the soldiers whose voice it is. They explain that it belongs to Jokanaan, the imprisoned prophet. They say he constantly speaks about God and warns people about punishment. Salome becomes curious about this mysterious prophet. She has never seen him before, but his voice interests her greatly. She wants to see the man who speaks with such strength. The guards hesitate because King Herod has forbidden anyone from seeing him. They fear punishment if they break the king's command. Salome insists that the prophet be brought out for her to see. The soldiers still hesitate, afraid of the king's anger. But Nerebath loves Salome too much to refuse her request. Even though he knows it is dangerous, he orders the guards to obey her command. Soon, Jokanaan is brought up from the dark prison. Jokanaan appears strong, wild, and intense. His long hair falls around his shoulders, and his eyes burn with passion. His voice is powerful and fearless. As soon as he appears, he begins shouting prophecies. His words warn about sin, punishment, and the coming judgment of God. The prophet loudly condemns Queen Herodias and her marriage to King Herod. He calls their relationship sinful and immoral. His words are bold and fearless. He does not fear the king's power. He believes speaking the truth is more important than his safety.
When Salome sees Jokanaan, she becomes strangely fascinated.
She has never seen a man like him before. His wild appearance and fearless voice attract her attention. She steps closer to look at him more carefully. Her curiosity slowly begins turning into desire. Salome begins praising Jokanaan's appearance. She tells him that his skin is beautiful and pale like ivory. She admires his dark hair and powerful presence. Her voice becomes soft and strangely romantic, but Jokanaan refuses to even look at her. The prophet becomes angry at Salome's words. He calls her the daughter of a sinful woman. He tells her she should pray for forgiveness instead of speaking to him. His words are harsh and full of judgment. Salome feels both insulted and intrigued. Instead of losing interest, Salome becomes more obsessed. The more Jokanaan rejects her, the more she desires his attention. She moves closer and continues speaking to him. She says she wishes to kiss him. This strange request shocks everyone standing nearby. Jokanaan refuses her again with anger. He says she must never touch him. He warns her about corruption and divine punishment. His voice becomes louder and more intense. The atmosphere on the terrace becomes uncomfortable and tense. Naboth watches the entire scene with deep sadness. He realizes that Salome is completely focused on Jokanaan. She no longer notices him or his devotion. His heart fills with pain and jealousy. The situation becomes unbearable for him. Overcome by despair, Naboth can no longer handle his emotions. In a tragic moment, he takes his own life. The soldiers nearby are shocked by what they see. His body falls silently onto the terrace floor. But Salome hardly notices the tragedy. Salome continues speaking to Jokanaan as if nothing happened. She repeats her strange wish to kiss him. The prophet rejects her again with anger. Finally, the guards take Jokanaan back into the dark prison. His voice fades into the distance. Soon after, King Herod and Queen Herodias come outside from the banquet hall. Herod notices Naboth's body lying on the ground. He becomes nervous and frightened immediately. He believes it is a terrible sign. His superstitious mind fills with fear.
Herod then sees Salome standing under the moonlight. He begins watching her with fascination. His eyes follow her movements constantly. Queen Herodias notices this behavior and becomes annoyed. She dislikes the king's attention toward her daughter. Herod invites Salome to return inside the banquet hall. He asks her to drink wine and celebrate with him, but Salome politely refuses his invitation. She prefers to remain outside in the cool night air. Her calm refusal makes the king more curious. King Herod begins talking nervously about the moon. He feels that strange things are happening that night. His superstitions make him uneasy. He worries that something terrible may occur soon. The atmosphere grows more tense and uncomfortable. Suddenly, Jokanaan's voice is heard again from the prison below. He continues shouting warnings about sin and judgment. Queen Herodias becomes furious when she hears him again. She demands that the prophet be killed immediately. Her anger fills the terrace with tension. But King Herod refuses to harm Jokanaan. He believes the prophet may be a holy man. The king fears angering God if he kills him. Herodias becomes even more frustrated with the king's fear. Their argument adds more tension to the situation. Trying to change the mood, King Herod asks Salome to dance for him. At first, she refuses the request, but the king continues insisting again and again. Finally, Salome makes a condition before agreeing. She speaks calmly but firmly. Salome says she will dance if the king promises to give her whatever she asks afterward. Herod quickly agrees to the condition. He even swears a powerful oath in front of everyone present. This promise cannot easily be broken. The people around them become curious about her request.
Salome then performs the famous dance of the 7 veils. Her movements are graceful, mysterious, and mesmerizing. The dance slowly captivates everyone watching. The palace terrace becomes silent during the performance. Even the king watches in complete fascination. When the dance ends, King Herod is completely enchanted. He praises Salome and reminds her of his promise. He asks her what reward she desires. Everyone waits silently for her answer. The atmosphere becomes tense again. Salome calmly makes her shocking request. She asks for the head of Jokanaan the prophet. She wants it brought to her on a silver platter. The terrace suddenly falls into silence. King Herod looks terrified by her demand. The king begs Salome to ask for something else. He offers her precious jewels and beautiful treasures. He even promises her half of his kingdom. But Salome refuses every offer. She repeats that she only wants the prophet's head. Queen Herodias secretly feels pleased by the request. She has always hated Jokanaan for insulting her. But King Herod feels deep fear and hesitation. He believes Jokanaan might be a holy man. Still, he cannot break the oath he has sworn. Reluctantly, King Herod gives the order for the execution. The executioner disappears into the dark prison below. A long silence fills the terrace as everyone waits. The atmosphere becomes dark and frightening. The moon shines coldly above the palace. After some time, the executioner returns carrying a silver platter. On the platter lies the head of Jokanaan. Salome looks at it with strange satisfaction. She begins speaking to the dead prophet. Her obsession seems to have reached its end.
Salome finally kisses the lips of Jokanaan's severed head. The sight horrifies King Herod. He feels fear and disgust at what he sees. The entire scene feels dark and unnatural. The king realizes that something terrible has happened. Unable to bear the sight any longer, King Herod gives a final command. His voice is filled with anger and horror. He orders his soldiers to kill Salome immediately. The soldiers obey without hesitation. They crush her beneath their shields. The story ends in silence and tragedy. The moon still shines above the palace walls. The terrible events of the night remain unforgettable. Power, desire, and obsession have destroyed everyone involved. The palace returns to silence, but the memory of Salome's fate remains.